now. All right, so that was, let's see, okay, so here's the example that we had before in Google. So I'm going to close the frameworks. Um, and essentially, if start my email, okay, instructions. It also gives you a lot of icebreaker recommendations, gives you suggestions, and here's the personalization assistant. So it's going to add in every email draft that Lavender assists with, it's going to add my own personalization. So if the prospect that I'm contacting also went to Columbia Business School, uh, Lavender will know from my background, from my LinkedIn profile, that I went to Columbia Business School. So that connection between me and a cold prospect can be something that can, link us. We have a similarity in our background, and this is a good way to build that connection. I don't know why they highlight Columbia here out of the other school that I attended. And then here gives you more information. I can help to customize even at a headshot. Um, so that's a snapshot of lavender.ai. Any questions on this one? Jason, do you think this one's useful?
Yeah, kind of, because yeah, I think that most of our people here probably has have a lot of business experience already. May now do cold marketing, email blasting, and most of the properties manage their executive book. They probably have like a few hundred clients, even 1,000 clients at the
Yeah.
book. Yeah, that's probably some tools as more relevant and important for them to use.
Okay, I see what you're saying. That makes sense. All right. So why don't I move on to so this one I'm going to close. And then let's go to okay. The next one I'm going to go into is instantly.ai. And first thing I'll do, as I did before, is give you a snapshot. So here's your worksheet for today for the third week. Um, okay, so if we go to instantly has a very useful free trial as well. You don't actually ever have to pay to upgrade if you don't need the additional features available. So 14-day free trial available. I just started mine yesterday. We'll demo instantly sequence builder to show you how outreach cadences can be automated. You don't need to set up a full account for today's exercise. The demo is going to be led by me, obviously. So what is instantly? Why would why would anyone want to consider using instantly? Um, so let's give you a snapshot of instantly. So instantly here. It's a specialized sales engagement platform designed to scale high volume cold email outreach while maintaining high deliverability. Its core differentiator is offering unlimited email accounts and automated inbox warm up under a flat fee, allowing sales teams to safely split large sending volumes across multiple domains to stay out of people's spam folders. Beyond campaign sequencing and deliverability tools, the platform features a B2B lead database over 450 million contacts and a unified inbox using Unibox. I'm not using Unibox. It also has an extension for Copilot that can assist. So let's see what we can do with instantly in practice. Okay, so this is Lavender. Okay, here's instantly. Okay, so we got more people coming in. Okay, so all right, Jason, you can see the screen.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Okay. So when you create your free trial account with instantly.ai, um, let's go back to the home screen. Organization. Okay, so the free trial I have set up is with a dummy organization. Um, so you can instantly airmail accounts that you already have set up. You can connect your existing. So I already was starting to add my Gmail. Um, you can connect your Google account using either this OAuth, which I think uses the Google Authenticator app, or your regular app password. I'm going to try with this one. Okay, so allow instant access to your Google Workspace. Uh, Go to your Workspace admin panel, click Configure New App, and here's the client ID. Uh, so Google Workspace panel.
Hey, Doug, quick question.
Yes,
So when we send a cold email, right?
yes.
So does it add unsubscribe?
Um, that's a good question. I haven't I haven't actually sent any of these emails yet. I was going to
Hmm.
send some dummy ones to myself. But I do know that this one's taking a minute. Um, I do know that uh, all of the suggestions that Lavender gives you, the focus is to stay out of the spam folder. Um, but I know there are capabilities to add an unsubscribe button. I know Lavender offers it as well. I haven't set that up myself yet, but I do know it's a feature that's available.
So the second question, follow-up question is that if somebody sends you an unsubscribed mail, so this will take it off from the regular email? They'll sort your, what do you call, email addresses and go back and say, okay, so and so sent me an unsubscribe, so I don't want to include that person in there.
Oh, so in other words, when you receive the unsubscribe, to have them automatically removed from your future email blast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's available too. I mean, the capabilities and the functionality really with I spent most of my time on Lavender out of the tools that we're using today. Um, uh, I'm sure you can do that as well. In terms of the volume, sending volume, it's going to be instantly. It's going to be the best tool to send out, and it's not going to be the same cold email. So using instantly, um, you can send a cold email blast to 100 contacts, and all 100 email will have a slight variation to personalize based on the recipient. So it's not one email that you're blasting out to 100 people. Instantly about allows you to customize each one. So you prepare the foundational email for what you want to send the cold email to 100 cold prospects using Instantly. And Instantly will then customize and personalize each one before that cold email goes out. I know that's available in Instantly, um, and also ties to HubSpot to give you the results and the feedback. Um, in terms of unsubscribe and kind of following up for your next email, um, I will figure out how to do that on my own, and then I'll email everybody. Who asked that question? I'm sorry, I didn't hear who asked the question.
Paula, yeah,
Uh,
it's on the screen.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's an unsubscribe. All right. As you can see here, I'm having trouble. This is what I had. earlier. So let me try this. Go back to instantly. Instead of that, I'm going to go connect with my app password. Yeah, see, I don't know. Failed to connect. Why not? Doesn't give me a reason. All right, I apologize. Unfortunately, I'm having trouble connecting to my Google account, both Gmail and overall Google account, with calendar and everything else. Um, but over here, when you go back to email accounts, pre-warmed accounts, that means connect your existing account. If you're using Microsoft Office, or if you want to connect directly with your SMTP, um, you can do a bulk import from a CSV file if you have it saved in Excel. Um, Single account, I didn't do any of those either. Um, so here's the first one that I set up. Okay, let's see. This one's gonna be active. The only one active is this one. Okay. All right. So let's see. Deliverability test. Connect to sending account. We're going to do a one-time test from instantly. Select the accounts, North America, personal, going to use Google, my email provider. Spam filter to text, spam assassin, spam filter. Accounts to use. Use. AI Academy. Campaign to use. It's going to be a personalized campaign based on no, we're not going to write new copy. Select the sequence step. This will be step one. Okay, delivery optimization recommended. Send emails as text only. No, even the HTML. Delivery mode. Choose how emails are sent. We're just going to do one by one. So launch test. All right, so here is the campaign. We announced, we called it test for August 18th, which is today. It's coming directly from Instantly. And I did not receive anything yet. Unless, let me see. Let's try. All right, now did it come to this account? No, it didn't come in there either on my Firefox one. So there's the first account. We chose the Airmail Instant as our option. Here's a deliverability test. It's active, no results found. Because we just did a one-on-one. Um, that was just a one-on-one just for me to test it and send it directly to myself. Um, But if you have it connected to HubSpot, so you can get access to all the contents, all the contacts that you uploaded to HubSpot last week, or you can do one-on-one, as I just did as a test. I did a one-on-one deliverability test just directly to myself. But if you have, as we talked about earlier, Bala, if you have 100 contacts, you can create your own templated email that you can send to each. And then you can also have instantly, if you don't choose the one by one option, if you choose for a group email blast, you can do that and instantly. And you can also add the feature to add personalization to each one. So you'll have the same foundational, let's say 3 paragraphs, the same foundational 3 paragraphs you're going to send to all 100 contacts. But the intro first paragraph will be personalized to all 100 people that you're contacting. You can
So Doc,
yeah.
so I have a question. So if somebody subscribe this hotspot, so if you want to send an email, so you need to subscribe another tools to do it, or it cannot be like in the hotspot whole package. You can do everything.
Yeah, you can send in directly in HubSpot, but you're not going to get the all the tracking features that you get from some of these other tools. So a lot of the sample the sample emails, a lot of that personalization. If you're sending again 100 cold emails, and you want the first paragraph to be custom and personalized based on that recipient, uh, that level of features and tools you only get inside the AI platform that then feed that into HubSpot. So HubSpot can do what you need, but there's no personalization. So, and that's why I like to use uh, Lavender. I like to use my Gmail. I like to use my Outlook email. All of that information sits in HubSpot as a repository. So I might send an email from a Gmail account. Somebody might respond from an Outlook account. Um, I may have a same generic cold email without personalization that I send to 50 people, and then I may have another 50 that I send with this personalization that you can't do in HubSpot. So these other tools give you more flexibility, more functionality, more features, uh, but you can do it in HubSpot. That might be an easier way to get familiar with it, Jason. That's a good question. Maybe start with HubSpot. Um, Send the same generic email. You're comfortable with the language and you send it out to all of your contacts, and then see the results that you get. HubSpot can track and monitor all those results. And then depending on what you're happy with, what you might want to change, that's where you can then go to Lavender or Instantly. Use those for more customized, more people.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So any other questions? I wish I had more of the full features um, that I could demo for you. So like I said, I'll email you the specifics around the questions that Paula had asked. Okay, so let's see. So now, and this is what's going to tie them all together. The fourth item in the agenda is Calendly.ai, and that's what syncs everything to calendars. So you send an email today, August 18th. You have a note to have a follow up next week. Maybe you have a meeting scheduled for the second week of September. Calendly is the one that will coordinate with all of your calendars, all of your scheduling. So and Calendly has some more good functionality as well. So Calendly, let's see, here we go. So there's a really useful free tier available at Calendly. It includes one active scheduling link. So all you need for embedding a booking link in your outreach sequence. So if you use, let's say, Eventbrite, Eventbrite is a free event scheduling tool. So if I have that Eventbrite, I have a link where people can click and then they go and they enter this information to register. That's where you can embed that registration or booking link into your outreach sequence. So if you're ready to use Calendly, you're all set. New users create a free account and set up a 15-minute intro call, event type before the session. Well, I'm not doing that now. But let's see. Okay, so Microsoft Word. So, okay, here we go. This is a summary of Calendly.ai. It's an automated scheduling platform that eliminates the need for back and forth emails when booking meetings and appointments. Users simply connect their existing digital calendars, set their availability preferences, and share a custom scheduling link with clients, prospects, or coworkers. Guests can then view open time slots in their own time zone and choose a time that works best for them, which automatically updates both your calendar and theirs and sends confirmation reminders. The platform also supports group booking options, excuse me, automated workflows for follow-ups, and native integrations with popular video conferencing tools. Let's see, and customer relationship software. So HubSpot. So Calendly.ai, you can sync directly with HubSpot as well. So I'm a big fan of Calendly.ai. I've been using it for a little while, and it really simplifies a lot of the tasks that we all do on a daily basis, setting up follow-ups. So here's, and you all have this document, but real quick, the pros of Calendly. It's really good with multiple time zones, so that's good, especially in a country like the U.S. with different times. Clients and prospects across the country. Deep AI tool integration. You can sync on the back end to dozens of different AI tools. And basically, whenever you're doing that, you're just sharing the back end data, right? So if I'm going to connect Calendly to HubSpot, now Calendly has access to um, all of my contacts, their information, the communication I've had with them in the past. Once I say HubSpot to Calendly, now all that back-end information is completely shared on both sides. Smart
So,
AI
so,
meeting
so,
recaps.
so Doc,
Yeah.
if I put in the calendar, I use this, calendar. So somebody else has to also use this in order to view my schedule, or how they can see my schedule.
Yes. So you would have uh, what people do is inside their email signature, after they've signed and added their name underneath, you have a hyperlink that says, click here to schedule a call with me. Click here to schedule an appointment with me. And once they click that link, it's going to take them into Calendly, uh, and then they're going to see your availability. So they'll see your what's open in your calendar over the next 2-3 weeks, depending on what you want to share. So inside your Calendly, if it's current, and for the next 2 weeks, you provide to Calendly, you're going to provide your open availability for the next 2 weeks. So when I get your email and I click that link in your email signature, it now opens your 2-week calendar and tells me when you're available. So I can then schedule directly into Calendly. I click, you're open next Tuesday at 2 p.m. I select that time slot. It's then automatically going to send you an email, and it's also going to add that call for next Tuesday at 2 p.m. It's going to add that to all of your calendars. Whatever calendar you sync with Calendly.ai, it's going to sync that directly for you.
Okay.
So I agree. The first time that I received an email from someone and there was a Calendly button in their that hyperlink inside their email signature, I rolled my eyes because I said, "Oh, now I have to, log into another tool that I'm not familiar with." But it was very easy to do. After I got that first one from somebody a few months ago, then I started receiving them a lot more. Uh, you may have already received emails from people with that button somewhere in their email signature. Maybe you didn't click it, maybe you weren't familiar with it. But yes, Jason, to answer your question,
Yeah.
people would have to click on it and go into Calendly to schedule a time in your calendar.
Does this, Doug, quick question. So
Yeah.
when you show the calendar, does it show the whole calendar or only the open times? Like, does it show your meetings at, let's say at 10 to 12, you're meeting with XYZ, it shows that person's name and everything, or it
No, it
shows
doesn't
only
show any of the
times
information.
available?
No, no. In Calendly, in Calendly, let's see. Uh, what what you're going to do? Um, excuse me, this is what you're going to do is you're going to see on the left here availability. Um, you're going to add your availability. So this is all in real time, Bala. So for the next 2 weeks, my this is my availability. So I say new. I'm going to say week of 8/20/24. Okay, so starting the week of 8/8/24. Monday, I'm not available at all. Tuesday, I'm available. Tuesday, I'm available from 9 a.m. But only until let's say it's 3 p.m. Um, I'm not available Wednesday. I'm not available Thursday, and then Friday 9 to 5. So I'm adding, Bala. I'm adding my time zone here. I'll put it's got New York already. Um, so it's got my time zone. It's got my real time availability. These Tuesday and Friday next week, I have these time slots available. So when I then now let's say for now I'll just save this, and now I can take that link and plug it into my email my email signature. So now let's see. Availability. Okay, so we save that. Then we'll go back. Okay, this is the week of so links. Different events for people to book on directly on your calendar. No, events, bookings.
Yeah, I think I saw this in the doctor appointment, right? When you go to somebody's website, the doctor appointment, they say available times over there, then you just pick one. Yeah, then book it.
Yeah, so essentially, and Calendly.com just changed their name to Cal.com. So just FYI, they just changed their name to Cal.com. What I'm trying to find is the link for my availability that I can include in an email for an example. But basically, it doesn't provide transparency to your whole calendar.
Right,
Um,
right.
whatever you
So
share, if somebody clicks, Jason sent me an email. He's got that the Calendly link in his email signature. If I click on it, it only shows what he wants me to see. So it will show, the next week. Next week Doug is available on Tuesday for these hours and Friday for these hours. It doesn't show anything else on my calendar to these people. It only shows my availability, and then they
right.
can say, okay, Doug's open on Tuesday. I'm gonna schedule the 3 p.m. time slot with him, and then they can book from there. It doesn't show any of my other calendar information to people, so they're not going to see that I have a doctor's appointment. They're not going to see any other personal information. All they see is open availability, and then the recipient can select it, and then they can go on from there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. Of course. Yeah.
Um, so I guess one of the big ones here was I think that as a takeaway, right? I think one of the big ones. All right, let's see if I just take send. Okay, here's what I sent to everybody. Actually, I'll go over here. Let's see. Send email. Edit. Copy. And now let's go into inbox. Compose. Send it to. Actually, I'll send it to Jason. Okay, so now I'll just paste everything into here. Hello, Jason. All right, so Jason, I'm just announcing to you the details for today's session. All right, so this email automatically got a score of 87 from Lavender. So as I mentioned before, if you have 90 or higher, Lavender recommends you're in a good place, ready to just send the email. So I'm pretty close. Unable to verify this email. Let's see, mobile editor. See how it's going to look when he reads it on his phone. Okay. That's how it's going to appear on his watch. Actually, that's a little dark. Oh, here we go. It's still here. Okay, so it gave me the score. Let's see, I still have 87, right? So a score of 87. Let's see the frameworks. This isn't initial outreach. This is follow-up. Initial insights. Use case reference third-party research. Explain why they should read it. Research. Wow. Gives you a bunch of recommended GIFs. Um, what are the settings here? Okay, email and extension, account and personal. See, account and personalization. That's just my own. That's just taking me back to my own account, which I'm not going to do. So just go back here. So anyway, I was just taping. Let's see if I send this. And if I can add my, let's see if I can add my Calendly availability to my email to Jason. Okay, so my availability, calendly.com. Do I have extension? No. All right, so we'll save that one. Okay, we could. That's my availability next week. So now, how do I send that? Do I just plug it in right here? Let me see. Um, Trying to see how to add my Calendly.
No, I didn't see that.
You don't see a button for it, right?
No,
Turn this off.
maybe
Those off. This is
you
all.
have not connected yet with the calendar. But this is from Lavender Gmail.
Yes, right. Let's see. Yeah, so I have to add. I have to add Calendly. Has to sync to my Gmail.
Right, you have the add on, right?
Let's see. Connect and manage your calendar integrations. Add all events. Google Calendar. Calendar updated successfully. All right, so let's see if I go to my Google Calendar. Let me see what it shows for. Yeah, so it doesn't show anything for next week. Yeah. In any event, Jason, I'm trying to sync it with. I can add another calendar. Okay, so let's see. Apple Calendar, Outlook Calendar, installed apps. We have Google Calendar, and that's it. On the CRM, we're going to add HubSpot. Install. All right, so now we're syncing Calendly to HubSpot. Anyway, Jason, the reason this has been the trickiest part for me, but the reason we sync these all in the back end, it's so all the information is shared, right? So when I open Gmail and I go to type a new email, I have access to Crystal Knows and Lavender and Calendly, all easily at my fingertips. HubSpot, and the same thing. I go into HubSpot, it's going to have all my latest emails and correspondence from Gmail, and elsewhere. So now you see it's installing the HubSpot CRM. I'm also going to install the other calendars that I use, because I also use a calendar called Fantastic. I use two or three different calendars in any event. So I'm going to sync my calendars, and excuse me, and I'm going to sync our HubSpot CRM.
Yeah, it looks
As
like
you know,
maybe some.
we always have access to Lavender and Instantly
Right.
are always at our fingertips. This one's just taken a while to install. So
Yeah,
let's see.
yeah, it takes some times.
Yeah, all right. That's taken a minute. All
Okay.
right. I just have to. Jason, I'm just running to the restroom. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, yeah, yeah, it's no problems. Yeah. That's, yeah, it's a little bit a lot because there's many tools we not familiar. Like, cause I don't know that much about these. I don't know anybody use some of it, so
I have seen Jason people using Calendly, but I have not used it.
right, right.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Someone's in the bathroom. I'll go later.
I have
Sorry. Go
used
ahead.
it for scheduling. I've booked slot with people using the app, but I was always on the other side, not like the user. I was using their services though.
Right, right,
So
right.
you on the receiving end? So
Yes,
Tanya, was it as I described, where somebody had a Calendly link in their email signature, and then you click and then went in and
yes. Usually when if I want to like someone wants to like schedule an interview or a meeting, they would be like, feel free to book a slot from my Calendly link and they would just add that and I can see which day, what time they are available. And then I just put my name, my email, and a little summary if and that's an optional thing of what the conversation is going to be about. And then I would automatically get a invite. I would get like the video link as well, and it would be added to my calendar as well as the user's calendar as well. So I find it pretty convenient.
Right. Yeah.
did you not like the first time you saw it? Were you frustrated that you had to open a new tool, learn a new tool, or it was easy?
It was pretty easy. You don't have to sign up. Being a receiver, you just have to like see their availability. So I was actually pretty excited to see how it works instead of being like, like I kind of like the concept of just being other instead of going back and forth with the person to check when are they free. If they're not free, then they would send their revised schedule. They're free on these days throughout the month. So I find it pretty convenient.
That's
Right.
great. That's useful.
Right.
Thank you, Tanya.
Of
Um,
course.
so,
Yeah.
Jason, I don't have any more for the group today. I'll just remind that I did send around to everyone earlier today. I sent you this. I don't know if I sent the Word document or the PDF, but this is just a summary of the tools that we did today. So copy.ai, which is very, very useful, particularly with automating workflows, especially with what we do in sales and prospecting. Copy.ai, as I said, they don't offer that much with the free option. But I've got a brief summary of all the ones we use today: Copy, Lavender, Instantly, and Calendly. And then I've got the pros and cons of each. So you can go through and review this as you become familiar and start to play with these tools a little more.
Right.
So I'll send that around, and I'm also going to send an answer to Bala's question about the unsubscribe. I'll find where to include that. So when you send in those email blasts, the unsubscribe button is automatically included, and then they click that. What happens next? right? Who gets the email, has it go from there. So I'll include that in my follow-up email, as well as the worksheet and what we're going to do next week, the fourth class. Um, so if any more questions or anything, Jason, back to you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks for the time, Doc. Because
I know it's a lot, guys. I know it's a
it's
little
not
overwhelming.
right.
I'm overwhelmed, okay, because I thought Calendly.ai would have been smoother for me to be able to play with and get everyone used to today. But
Yeah,
I do tell you, I spent a few hours on each of these, and I've learned a bit. I just like with the other tools we've learned. I do recommend you spend some time playing with them, because a lot of them
yeah,
have many more features than we might ever need. But the
right.
features and functionality each of these tools is very extensive.
Yeah, I agree. But anyway, so thanks, Doc, for the sharing. That's a lot of information. I think it's for us. We just try to know, that there's how many tools over there, right? And if you really want to use it, maybe can try something and first before you subscribe to or buy it. And a lot of us here, and it's a little bit aged, like myself. We are not that much good with the new technology, but that's a lot in the market, and we don't want to stay behind. So we need to know something over there, and we can use. And we have also, I say, some people are young, this young group, and then probably that will be quick for you to learn that kind of tools. Yeah, for most a lot of people. Yeah, we just try to understand that in this is new world, and a lot of things new, and we'll consistently learn something new and help for our and the job and the business, and an open mind, practice the brain, right? Yeah. And so yeah, I know Doc spent a lot of time for this. He's consistent, use this and also learn the new stuff. And none of us probably can spend so much time to practice this, and we just need, maybe get one or two to use it, get used to it. Yeah, and it's helpful, help myself to learn something in the market.
And feel free to send me any questions. If you have any questions later or a question that's more specific to one thing you're working on, shoot me an email. Just, hey, Doug, I'm working on this. I had a question on that. Happy to help with anything that you have, after these sessions, kind of in
Yeah.
between these sessions.
All right.
Any other
So
questions from the group?
yeah, if not, we pretty much have today, and yeah, it's next week will be last section, and hope we can little bit more interaction practice, and then bring some question back to Doc. Yeah.